see broken glass.
Oh yeah, it's like spicy dirt.
I think the hottest one I've seen, they didn't. The place I got this lets you try different sauces, but you had to sign a waiver for this one. Um, they had another one that was hotter, and it was kept locked up, and I was never willing to put in for it. But it's just called Nirvana, and it's 8 million Scoville, where pure crystallized capsaicin, is 16 million. So some scary shit, but I still want to go back sometime.
Where's James?
Upstairs, probably not paying attention to Discord.
Okay.
I will go bother him.
Tomlin. There we go. I pinged him. It might mean that he was to look at the video, but I meant to post the video because spicy dirt. Because we were talking spicy.
Well, if Shogun slash Kalen doesn't show up, then we'll still have a game. As long as James gets her.
My mission was a success. My talking is not.
Ba-bam.
Sorry, man.
No worries, man. No sweat at all. I just got back from peeing all over the wall.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
You know, when your erectile dysfunction goes 90 degrees. I am totally kidding. I did not have any issue spraying against the wall directly.
Fair enough. You didn't have to stand to the side. I got you.
Right. No, I'm serious. Okay, so I'm gonna give Mr. Shogun a few minutes. Just in case. Because I know he wants to buy a communicator. I think everybody can shop. You know, this is a good place to shop at. Tech 14 is pretty good. Now you're not this is not really a manufacturing hub. Just letting you know. The world population is greatly reduced, and it's really only a floating palace/city, but they are making do. I have a PDF novel. Bought it from Mongoose. The main character is Prince Herrick. And that kind of shocked me because, well, I knew it had something to do with Drinax, but I didn't realize it was the prince. And it starts off, well, I'm not gonna, it has nothing to do with this campaign, so luckily, but it's a little history. It starts off with, there's a virus, it's a fungus or a contaminant or something. I don't remember because it's been a while since I read it, and I've only read the first chapter. But there was this. They have these food vats on this floating palace where they grow. It's like a garden, but it's like what do you call those things? Like a hydroponic garden or whatever. They grow the food directly out of the water or something. But the water got contaminated, so all of their food got poisoned for the entire city. And so with just the reserves, they only had about 3 months of food, like already in the grocery stores or whatever. And it was going to take them over a year to flush the water and decontaminate and regrow all the food. So after about 3 months, everybody was going to starve to death. And that's where that chapter ended. And I hadn't read the rest of it.
3 months is not a long time to prepare for starvation.
Right, and they were gonna have to start relying on imports. You know, people bringing food from other planets or something. You know, that was a contingency, but yeah, it was kind of, but the chapter actually started off with Prince Herrick in a set of battle dress on a planet, fighting with the Hawk Guard against some pirates or rebels or something, and then he gets shot in the chest and killed, and then the simulation ends. And it's like, oh, you've all been killed. You know, it's one of those kind of deals. The training officer was like, this is what you did wrong, and blah, blah, blah. It was Kobayashi Maru. There was no way he could win. But
Gotcha.
But it was only the first chapter, so I really don't know. But he in the book, he seemed like a nice guy.
Well, that's good. So he's not going to shoot me in the face.
He might challenge you to a duel.
I'm going to have to politely decline.
Because he fancies himself a noble. You know, he's prince and all. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Let me switch my maps out and adjust some camera screens here. Really? Oh, okay, there we go. For some reason I couldn't grab it. Okay, so you guys are currently on Drinax. You had just landed at or on the floating palace, which I have a new photo because when I was going through the new storyline, there was a new picture. Let me show it to you. It's more of a in the clouds kind of deal. Cloud City. And that's you guys land there, you're greeted by one of the Hawk Guard who lets you know that you're welcome back. The Kestrel is in the Royal Landing Bay or landing pads, and you guys are requested by the king for a debriefing or whatever. And you guys follow the Hawk Guard to the main throne room, and Prince Herrick and the king, King Oleb, is there and debriefs you, and at the end of it, invites you back the following night so basically you have one night in town, all afternoon and night in town, and the next afternoon, I suppose. Invite you back for a dinner because they have a guest in system, and that's where we ended. Oh, and you might have noticed that the princess Rao was actually spying, I guess, or eavesdropping, I would say, from the curtains and the sidelines. But that was uneventful. All right, and so you gave the king 10% of the diamonds. Now I'm gonna I keep calling them diamonds, but we know what they are. There are a variety of different gems. Now that's not your only profits, so I'm going to assume that, and I do believe this is the case, that anytime you made any money on any of your exploits, you cut 10% off the top. Is that correct?
I did.
Okay, so that's also going to be included in the handover. It's like this is 10%, and it's as in total, and the gems are just sitting on the top. So do you know how much that was? Approximately. Doesn't have to be exact.
I can pull up my spreadsheet.
Okay. I'm just curious to see like what kind of monetary effort.
Well, there would have been that chunk from the bounty.
Right.
Otherwise, we have not made any money this campaign.
Okay, right. That's pretty much correct. Other than that, the far trader that was captured, and it was also donated to Drinax.
We captured the ship.
Right.
I think that was with the bounty.
Yeah, that ship was, it's worth, somewhere around 20 million or something like that. So he took possession of that ship and retasked whatever crew that was on the ship and whatever left your crew from the last campaign. And so he Prince Herrick says, before you leave, the king appreciates everything you've done for our kingdom and our realm. And at the dinner, I'm sure he's going to want to know which worlds you have visited and was able to sway to the king's cause. Because that's your primary mission, is the king's cause. Everything else is secondary. And if you've hit any Imperial shipping, that would cause the Empire to, not the Empire directly, but Empire traders to be concerned, and to basically just a debrief of everything. But we won't worry about that until the dinner, so you're free to leave. Okay, so the prince goes up to the king, shows him what you brought, and they have like a little conversation up there that you can't hear, unless you got bionic hearing. They're just kind of whispering amongst themselves, and they keep glancing back at you, like waiting for you to leave. I need to pull a few things up on my end, like the campaign.
So what's the dress code for this dinner, Captain?
I mean, how should I know?
You're the fanciest of us all.
You're the spy.
I'm pretty sure the fancy one is you. I'm sorry. I need to. Does the king have a personal assistant of any kind, like a butler?
Well,
Maybe we have to go through him.
There is a hawk guard waiting to escort you out of the throne room. There's the princess hiding behind a tapestry, and then there's the prince and the king up by the dragon throne, just chit-chatting. Other than that, you're in an empty room.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean he doesn't have secretaries and things like that. They're just not present in the throne room.
Right. I'll just ask the hawk guard. I'll turn to the hawk guard and say, "Listen, I need to see about restocking some medical supplies for the Kestrel. Do you know where I could go for that?"
If I was in need of a large supply of stuff like this, I would probably see a number of people. Okay, hold on. Might be the book. Not the Imperial Counselor. Not the Scholar. Well, there are hospitals, but you'd be paying like retail for that. I would suspect. I don't really know, but you probably can talk to Voha. He's the master of the Scholars Tower and the Chancellor of the University. He's also unofficially the court sage.
Sounds like a guy with answers to questions.
Right. Rochando, he's a trader. He's more of like buying and selling of, mercantile matters. He might also know where to get medical supplies.
He sounds more like the one I need.
Okay, so let us get to the map, right? Might have this under Systems Drinax. The palace. Okay. Zoom out. Okay, so if you look down here where it says places of note in the bottom right, you see where it says Delta Rochando's Bazaar?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Delta is Rochando's Bazaar.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah, it's basically the shopping mall. You go there, there's all kinds of merchants and stuff like that in that area.
Okay. Then I guess we should go, unless Tomlin, did you want to see your girlfriend?
She's not my girlfriend. I do need a comm dot.
Huh. Well, then it sounds like we should go.
Sounds like you guys want to go to a place. Okay, hold on.
I mean, we could also go to a time.
Time's relative. I'm closing all these pages. Why are they all open? I don't want the finale. Okay.
So we left the throne room, right?
Yes.
You're what?
I was wondering if we left the throne room.
No, you're still standing in the center of the throne room talking to a hawk guard. But if you want, you can just head I'm going to call it north. Just straight down the hallway to the bazaar. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the hawk guard is walking with you. He's basically your escort. He's not he follows silently, let's say, behind you. He's not like, hey, check this out, do that, come this way. He's not like that. He's just basically following you. Okay, so it must not be in that book. I wish they just had like a single book with everything in it. And they don't.
You mean like a core book?
Yeah, like a campaign module book or something. This thing has like a book about all the planets, and Drinax is in there. And then they've got a book about all the personalities, and then another book about ships, and then another book about the adventures. I just get... Okay, there's the throne room. Okay, this might be it. Ah, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay. I found it. Okay, so you head up out of the throne room, up to the Scholars... No, not the Scholars Tower. Rochando's Bazaar. And... okay, so when you get to Rochando's Bazaar, and you see it's a bunch of different shops, right? You're going to see people selling clothing, people selling food, people selling ice cream cones. You know, there's people selling watches and displays and com dots, and then there's people selling baseball caps, and basically it's just you're on like the main merchant area. It's just a bunch of different shops, and this is when the Hawk Guard steps up and he says, well, if you're looking for something non-retail, then you probably should go to Rochando's office directly. But if you're looking to just shop, the shops, well, here they are. And then he steps back into his corner. What do you want to do?
You all should go get a condot, you said? You should go get that. I need to speak with Rochanda.
Do you have cancer and you're hiding it from us?
Yes.
Okay.
See, this is why we wear breather masks. Got it?
I think the clouds and this world are fairly, it's like thinner air than you would think, but,
Thinner air, but it's made of nothing but asbestos.
but it's right. Now that's what I was getting at. No, I think it's like super breathable. I think it's like, well, no, it's just radioactive, but no. Let me see here. Atmosphere very thin. Okay, so all that means is you need a respirator, but that's also because you're up in the clouds. That's really why it's very thin, is because you're so high up. You're like, it can be hard to breathe up here if you're not climatized to it. If you were born and raised here, you could probably not need a respirator because your body would be accustomed to it. But as someone that lives in like one atmosphere spaceships, you definitely need a respirator.
I'm going to go to the ship and grab gear.
Okay. Well, you did go to the ship and drop off all your gear, if I remember right.
Yeah.
All the extra like luggage that you're carrying that you don't need to walk around town with. But
Correct.
yeah, if you need to make an adjustment of what you're carrying,
No, I meant like actually picking up gear.
The person.
The person.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, shopping day.
right.
Did you forget that we named somebody gear?
I'm just trying to remember here. Yeah. Well, her name is actually Becky.
Oh, I've been calling her gear because that's what the thing says on the thing.
Yeah, it's Becky Daniel Owen. Her nickname is Gear. That's her like, I'm not going to say dancer name, but it's kind of her dancer name.
I was gonna say, I think she was a dancer. Remember? 'Cause
Yeah,
we
yeah,
picked her
she-
up on, like the first planet.
Yeah, she's a professional dancer.
Cap, I need my paycheck.
I gave it to you all last time.
Well, he wants it again.
When we returned to Drinax and dropped our stuff off at the ship, you all got paid 6,000 credits.
I was
Yeah.
more concerned with the 5% bonus.
We have not sold the gems yet.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fair.
I'm just carrying them.
I mean,
Uploading a
if you
little,
want to go shell your own share of the gems, that's cool, but I bet I could get you a better price.
I'm sure you could.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you see gear, she's got some money. That's a little card I brought up.
It's got more than I do.
Yeah, she even
By
has
more than triple.
a com dot.
Looks like I'm gonna have to rob her in her sleep and blame the captain. It was the spy.
You try that.
Here we go. Okay, so let's do one person at. I assume everybody's going to go shopping for things, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start off with Tomlin. What exactly are you shopping? What's the first thing you're looking for? Electronics. Okay, communications. Okay. Now, little briefing. A ComDot is a tiny microphone, speaker, and transmitter ranging in size between a few centimeters and a few millimeters. A ComDot is capable of interfacing with other communications devices and relaying messages back and forth. So a ComDot is a Bluetooth headset.
Right.
So it allows for hands-free communications. Can also be used as a bug. So you could like put it in someone's room if you wanted to do that.
Right. I need 6 comdots.
At tech level 12, which these are 14, but at 12, they're able to decipher and transmit subvocal communications and include a tiny, nearly imperceptible earpiece to allow communications that are effectively silent.
Ah, that's so we can talk amongst ourselves without other people hearing us.
Right. And they're 10 credits each.
Only 10?
Yep, you heard me.
I'll take 50.
I was gonna grab 100.
Can I get like at least one?
Yes.
You can get one. You could if you need to get 10, you can get 10, but you can't get 100.
Okay.
But 10 is a
enough for everybody on the show.
yeah, 10 is a thing. Okay, so you want to how many? Well, you just buy what you want. Just put it on your character sheet. However many you want.
All right.
But now
Found
you
that.
want but that just communicates with whatever communicator do you have? Do you already have a cell phone? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, I have the TL12 communicator with it's the kilogram brick cell phone with the 10,000 kilometer range.
Okay, so it can communicate with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I already have a comm. I have a earpiece one.
You have a transceiver. Okay, so at radio transceiver 5,000 kilometers, is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, the earpiece is a 5K range.
Yep, that's correct. That's 500 credits if you wanted to buy one. It's just that means you don't even need a ComDot. You already have it plugged into your ear.
But can his do the sub vocalization
No.
for 10 credits? That's just wild to me. This one's 10 credits. My
But
God, those costumes.
all transceivers over tech level 13, which this one is not. If you buy one, it will be. has Computer One functionality.
Wow. Okay. And these ones that I'm buying don't?
Well, no, you're buying ComDots. But if you buy a radio at Tech Level 13, you can get the Continental 5K for 500 credits, and it will come with Computer One functionality.
Okay. Will they take my old one? I'll donate it if they won't buy it.
Which one did you have? What tech level?
12.
How far could it go?
10,000.
That's not a... I don't know what that is. Okay, so that's an off-brand. So I'll give you...
It's in the communicators. Radio transceivers.
Right. Just so you know, this is meta out of character. Just so you know, there's... I'm basing all my prices on the Mongoose Traveler prices. Mongoose has a first edition Central Supply catalog. They're not the same. And then they have a second edition rule book and a second edition Central Supply catalog. So right now you're looking at 4 different books with equipment. And then in 2022, they just released the 2022 update, which is the one I'm going off of. And so I basically have 5 books worth of equipment, and they don't always match up. So what they're trying to say is, this is way in my brain canon, depending on the world you buy it at, or depending on the manufacturer, it might have different capabilities, right? So for them, they don't recognize that one, but they'll give you 700 credits for it.
Okay.
And then you can turn around and buy one for 5,000 or 500. But you're losing. It's half range. It's only 5,000 kilometers.
Right.
But it adds a computer capability.
Right, and it's smaller, right?
And it's an earpiece.
And I can use
weightless.
that with the ComDot?
Yes. You won't. You got 2 ears.
Okay.
You can put one in each ear, or you could use one as a bug.
Yeah. Okay, so I will do that then, and I'll buy 10 ComDots for the group with the sub vocalization for the ship.
Okay, if in case someone needs one, gotcha.
Right. So, or wants one like Hirsch or
Yeah.
Ben. So that puts me at a net gain of 100, right?
200. No, it's
100 for the ComDots and 500 for the...
Right. Net gain plus 100.
Okay. Cool. I made out on that one.
Yeah.
All right. The only other thing
Welcome to Rochando's Bazaar.
Right? The only other thing I wanted was fancy clothes for the dinner.
You'll also notice that there's a hawk guard standing behind you.
Oh. Hey, buddy.
It's the same
You
guy.
want anything wrong
It's the
with it?
same. No, it's the same guy. He's escorting all of you simultaneously. He's everywhere at once.
Okay. All right.
And you can tell the shopkeeper is nervous that the hawk guard is like present during these transactions.
Sorry, buddy. He's with me.
No, that's fine. Whatever. Everything here is on the up and up.
Would agree. Best time ever.
So
Would come again.
all right, Tomlin. So before we leave you and move on to someone else, what else did you want to buy? Anything
Fancy
else?
clothes.
Okay.
Just fancy clothes.
Not like survival gear or anything like that, but just like dress, what do you call it? evening wear or whatever?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, because I have like goggles and a tent, and I have some survival stuff. Okay.
You know, right, but you don't have anything like fancy.
I do not have anything fancy.
Okay.
We are going to a dinner.
All right.
We are going to
So, we're going to go to the rule book. I know you hate that, right? But there is
okay with it.
there is
I don't know.
something called social status. Like, what's your social standing?
Oh, it's real hot. I have good social standing.
Okay.
It's a 10. I dated the princess for a while.
That is true.
And Tarek has declared himself my rival.
He's the big brother. That's the amount of rival it is. It's like, you know, don't mess with my sister kind of thing. Okay, well that doesn't help. Okay, I'm going to go page by page. Bear with me. Because there's something about social here it is. Would you say you got a 10? Okay. Come from a wealthy family. One that they recognize, or maybe you're recognized.
Excuse me.
No problem. Benefits. Do. Debt. Okay, that's always good. Here we go. Here we go. I have a feeling not in this book.
I got a feeling.
So I'm just going to arbitrarily make something up and make it like super horrible for you. No,
Aw.
no. Oh, wait, here we are. Standards of living. Okay, this is what I needed to know. Okay, this is just for everyone to listen in here. A standard meal will cost anywhere from 5 to 50 credits or more, depending on the quality and service. A burger, unidentified meat, might cost 2 to 3 credits. A fine meal might cost 20 credits, where a feast for a dozen people might cost 500 or more credits. Okay, and then we can talk about hotels, living aboard a ship. Okay, a traveler living aboard a ship is assumed to have their food and lodging taken care of. A traveler living on a planet must spend money on their standard of living. And if you don't live at your standard, then your social standing will be lowered. So if we look at 10, it's assumed that you spend about $2,500 per month just to live.
Jeez. Okay.
Okay, but you don't have to worry about that because you stay on a ship, right? You don't. But if you
Cap, I just want you to know that I have really lowered my standards to hang out with you.
so a nice suit would be about 250 credits
Okay. That's fine. I can do that.
for you. Now that just means you would show up with a 250 credit suit, and the king or the prince might have spent 2,000 on theirs.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to appear too cheap to the king, but I'm not going to try to overdo him either.
Okay,
Do they
so
have,
would you consider
salary
yourself
credits?
would you consider very poor, low, average, good, high, very high, which is where you're at, rich, very rich, or ludicrously rich?
I would consider myself very high.
Yeah, you are very high. That's a 250 credit suit.
Okay.
So if you want to go
That's fine.
better, it would be rich, very rich, or ludicrously rich. And the king would be wearing ludicrously rich. 2,000 credits.
Let's do rich.
Okay, 500 credits.
Okay. 76.80. Okay.
So that means you're dressing up a little bit like a baron.
Cool. I hope I have the top hat and the monocle.
And do you want a top hat and monocle?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so you just want like a nice suit.
Nice. Yeah.
Well tailored and all that. Okay, so they spend time making sure they, they measure your inseam and they, make sure you got enough under the arm. What do they call that thing? A gusset, so that you can raise your arms all the way up without your sleeves tearing.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So and then do you have any specific color that you want it to be? The Varger's fancy orange.
No, I'm not a barger. Naval colors.
It would be like a dark blue, like a navy blue, or gray of some kind. Maybe like a charcoal gray.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Grays are acceptable everywhere.
Exactly. So, but you're talking about Imperial Navy?
Yes.
Okay. Because the Drinax, they have their own navy. It's only got like 5 people in it, but they've got their own navy, and it's more of a like a blue with gold trim.
Yeah, I'm not a Drinaxian Navy person though, so I don't want to step on toes either.
Right, and it's a civilian suit. They're not making a military suit.
Right.
Because that wouldn't be considered rich. That would be like good.
It's gray with an E.
Right. So you got a 500 credit suit, and it's charcoal gray.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Is it 3-piece?
Yes.
Okay, vest and bow tie or necktie.
I can't do bow ties. Necktie.
Okay. There is this thing going around. It's kind of a fashion where it's a double tie, not like like an ascot, where the 2 ties hang down.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's kind of a fashion right now, but it hasn't really caught on everywhere. So that's your choice.
No, I'll stick with the single tie.
Okay. Anything else other than the communications and the suit?
Nope, that's it. That was all for me.
All right, so let's go to Faustus. What you found gear? She was making sure everyone's room was tidy before you guys got back. She was dusting and vacuuming and polishing the brass, because there is a lot of that on that ship.
Oh yeah, it's all fancy. Hey, Gear, you want to go to a fancy dinner tonight?
Yeah.
All right, let's go shopping.
Oh, okay. Let me put this in the closet. And then she takes all of her supplies over to the closet. It opens up, and you can see it's just crammed full of junk. And she shoves the cleaning supplies in there and closes the door.
We really need to clean that closet.
Right. Well, I could make that my next project.
Yeah, we got some time probably. But yeah, so I'm guessing that the king wants us all to go to dinner or stuff. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so let's go shopping and get some fancy clothes.
Okay. So, you find a number of different shops, and she starts trying on different outfits, and she's going to want you to comment on if her ass looks big.
Montage.
My social is an 8, so I'm not. So I don't know if I'm.
Okay, so a normal, when you look around, you're like looking at some of these outfits are like just average, work clothes, going to the office and stuff like that. But you do notice that there's other suits that fit your lifestyle, and those would be about 200 credits. But if you wanted to go better than your standing, you might spend more. You're actually sitting at the standard of living at high. You're actually at high.
Oh, I am at a high, so
Uh-huh.
I would know. I would have to look fancy to this. Okay.
Well, 200
Yeah.
credits. 200 credits would buy a suit that you would feel comfortable in, but if you wanted to show off, you would spend more. And everything else looks like, that's beneath me or lower than what I would spend, or torn jeans, that kind of stuff.
I'll probably try to match what gear's picking. Social wise.
Right. Yeah, she's grabbing about she's sitting in and around the 200 to 250 range.
Then I'll get about 250.
Okay. So you're spending 500 credits?
Yep.
She kisses you on the cheek.
Aww.
Thank you. Is this a rental? Do I have to return it tomorrow or whenever?
I think this is for keeps.
Well, you would know, you're buying it.
I think so.
Okay. All right.
I paid for it. It's like, yeah, it's mine. It ain't coming back.
Okay. So after she tried on a bunch of different dresses and pantsuits and various nightgowns and stuff like that, what did hers look like? The one you chose for her?
Probably just one of the classics dresses, like the I don't know how that's. I'm not good with fashion at all.
No, that's fine. Like what color would it be?
I'm going to be going with dark blue, so probably a dark blue.
Okay. So she has a dark blue dress.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was 250. Okay. Just adding it to her character sheet. Okay, yeah. So, when is this dinner we're going to?
I will get on the horn with the captain real quick. And it's like, hey, when is the dinner?
There is no response.
I don't know.
who can you ask?
I'm going to turn around to see if there's a hawk guard behind me.
There is.
I'm going to look up at him and be like, do you know what time this dinner is going to be?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. I thought it was tonight.
No. You have one night on your own, and then it's the following night.
Okay. He just looks over. He's like, "You hear all that?"
Yeah. Tomorrow night. Okay, so that gives me a chance to get my hair done.
Alrighty. I guess I should probably clean myself up too.
All right. So,
This is gonna be fun.
are we going to go anywhere else? Like, are we shopping for anything else? Just curious.
I don't need to get anything, but do you need anything?
I can't think of anything. Maybe a salary.
I'll talk to the captain about that, but
Because if I'm not, I appreciate you taking me off of blue and getting me into a more civilized situation. But if there's no reason for me to stay on the ship, then I think I'll just depart.
I understand. Let me talk to the captain, see what
Yeah,
his
okay.
plan is first.
I appreciate that. Advocating for me.
Right. I better go find the captain, though.
Okay. So you're done shopping?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Are you departing ways with gear?
Yeah, unless she wants to follow.
No, she's gonna go put her her bags of clothes back on the ship.
Well, at least I made her day.
Okay, so let's go to the captain.
Okay, I am heading for. I forgot the guy's name. Scrolling over to the legend.
Rachando.
Yeah, I'm heading for Rachando's
Or
office.
or maybe it's Rakando. Maybe that CH is a K, like Chimera.
Could be.
Rokando. Or maybe he's a can-do. Maybe he's Rokando.
Rokando.
Yeah, Rokando. No, he's Rochando. It's a CH.
Okay.
It's a ch. But either way, you find his office. It's located directly at where it says number 2.
All right.
Yeah. That's his little building. Now, these are skyscraper like buildings. Okay? They are office buildings. This think of a city that's got, your standard street level, but then it's got buildings built up out of the street level. It looks like your normal city on a planet's surface. It's just that if you jump off the side, you got problems.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's sidewalks, there's vehicles. The vehicles are like little scooter type vehicles. They're not little EV golf cart kind of things. They're not like all-terrain vehicles driving around or anything like that. But yeah, so every now and then you'll see like a little golf cart drive by or something. But yeah, you go to this office building and it says Rochando's Bazaar on it, and there's a receptionist. And do you have an appointment?
No, but I represent King Oleb. I am the captain of his private ship, the Kestrel.
Is that so? Okay, just a second. She gets on the horn and she talks to somebody on the other side, and she says, sir, there's a man here claiming to be the captain of some ship called the Kestrel I've never heard of, and says he's a representative of the king, but he's not wearing the appropriate badges. So I don't know what we should be doing with them. And then you can hear some mumbling coming from the other end of her communicator. And then she says, "Oh, you can go right up."
I shoot her a scathing look and walk wherever
The elevator.
I assume she gestured, towards an elevator.
Yeah, so you go to the elevator, and it's got floor 1 through 12, and
He's obviously on 12.
I don't know. Okay, so you hit.
Boss
So
is always top floor.
so you hit 12.
Yep.
Okay, so the elevator shoots up to the 12th floor, and it opens up, and there's a receptionist standing there staring at you in the hallway. She's sitting at her desk. You're expected, Sir Captain. Rochando is expecting you, and she gestures towards the door to his office.
I'll go right in.
Okay, yeah. So it's actually, the door is like half open. It's not shut all the way, and you go in and you'll notice that his office is full of wood furniture. He's got like a wooden desk, wood shelves with knickknacks and paddywhacks, and then he's got wooden chairs and carpeting, wood paneling.
Retro is luxury.
And he's sitting behind his desk, behind I guess it looks like a laptop type computer. Come on in, Captain. Have a seat. I understand that you don't have an appointment, but I have a few minutes to discuss business. What would you like to buy or sell?
I'm actually looking to do both, and I also have something of a busy schedule, which is why I came straight to you. I need the best.
I'm making a handout.
Okay.
Because I have a picture, but for some reason I don't have a handout. Rochando, where are you at? Not there. Oh, I think I put him down under my stream picks. Yep, stream picks. Cards. Loading. What just happened? There you go. It might be better if you went with a percentage zoom. Kind of looks a little bit like J. Jonah Jameson to me, but okay. Yeah, but he's sitting there at his desk. And you said you have a what? I'm sorry, I was distracted by this porn site.
Understandable. Sorry to interrupt, by the way. I am looking to both buy and sell. But as the king's agent, I am also limited on time, which is why I came to you. I'm sure the best could get it done very quickly.
Okay.
I'm
listening.
I am firstly looking to sell a large number of finely cut gems. We've had them authenticated and valued. It's bulk-ish.
Okay, so do you have the authentication paperwork?
Yes, because I had planned on trying to sell them.
Okay.
First thing. I'll hand it over to him.
Okay, so he takes a look at it, enters a few numbers into his computer terminal. And how much of this are you looking to unload?
808,599,000 quote unquote credits worth.
The base value, right? Okay.
Yeah.
You said 8 bajillion. Okay, 8 million plus.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. Let me see if we can. And he's typing some things in, and he's looking at the market, big buyers, trying to figure out if there's a buyer in on Drinax. And he's going to have you do some die rolls if you're ready.
I'm actually getting a call from my boss right now. Can I have just a second?
Yeah.
I'm surprised because he leaves work before I do.
Okay, no, go ahead. I gotta look this up anyway. Speculative trade. Here we are. That's purchasing. Selling. Drinax has a trade code of non-industrial. Okay. Be right in here. Oh, here it is. Okay. Sell. Here we go. Okay, so no trade modifier. That's good. Or bad, depending on how you look at it. -2. A-type starport. Okay. It's a total bonus of -2. Minuses are a good thing. Oh, no, wait. It would be a +2 because instead of adjusting the pluses and the minuses, they gave me two charts, one with the higher numbers, one with lower numbers. Okay. So it's a +2. Add the sale DMs and subtract the purchase DM. Oh. Okay, no purchase DMs either. Okay, good. I wonder if he left one of the machines running while after he left work.
I hope not. That would be terrible. Especially since you just got visited by the CEO of the whole company.
Man, I could wish I could read lips right now.
Well, we've already established that Tomlin can, but
That's
Tomlin's
right.
not there.
Okay, a little backstory for you guys. Specifically for you, Tomlin, because you were basically in the family for a little while. Princess Rao, when her elder brother Herrick was gravely wounded, King Oleb realized that his daughter was likely to inherit the throne. Previously, she was mostly ignored, being raised by courtiers and attendants. And she became the foremost counselor and diplomat and influential at court. And she dreams of a grand alliance of worlds. The kingdom of Drinax reborn.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. And Prince Herrick, he's the Prince of Drinax, potentially the heir to the kingdom. He's 54 years old, if you didn't know that. He led the assault on Asim 20 years ago when the agricultural world was conquered by Drinax. His attack shuttle suffered an engine malfunction and crashed, and Prince Herrick was mortally wounded. His body, little more than a charred husk, was placed in a low berth and shipped back to the floating palace. The scientists of the Scholar's Tower took him into their care, and they rebuilt him cell by cell.
Oof.
I.e.
So they pulled a shepherd.
I was getting ready to say, John Shepard. No, but this took 20 years. For
Right.
Prince Herrick floated unconscious in a tank while scientists tried to restore him to life. The outcome was uncertain, and many rumors about his death circulated through the palace. At one point, when it seemed as though the procedures had failed and Herrick was about to die, King Oleb quelled fears of instability by naming Princess Rao his heir. And then he emerged from the tank 6 months ago, which is about the time you guys showed up with your very first arrival here at Drinax. Would have been right about that same time. The injury, okay. His features bear little trace of horrific injuries that robbed him of half his life. But his movement is oddly stilted and his skin is just a little too perfect. The scholars refuse to discuss the technicalities of his resurrection, but most courtiers believe the prince is more machine and cloned tissue than mortal man. Little backstory on the prince and princess. Okay, so I determined that to sell these gems, we're going to use the sell the gems table, which requires a 3d6 roll with modifiers of, is it 3d6? Hold on. 3d6 and apply a +2 because Rachondo is a good broker. Do you have broker skills?
I sure diddly do.
Is it 2 or better?
Oh, probably not. My broker, just skill,
Yeah, just the skill.
is 1.
Okay, so he's a little bit better than you. He gives you a +2.
Okay.
So you can make a 3-die roll and add 2. And this is
Ooh,
a 10.
man.
Okay, I can offer you today, before you leave the office, 90% of what you're asking. If you accept. If the traveler, i.e. you, do not accept the price, you can wait a month.
That's a loss of 800,000. That's
It's a gain of like 8 million.
true.
Well, see, I can't pay, and he explains, you can't pay full price because then I'm going to have to turn around and sell it, and I got to make a profit.
Right.
So I'm asking to only make a 10% profit, which is pretty small.
Yes.
And I have to find the appropriate buyers because they are hot.
You noticed that.
Yeah.
Yes. Tell you what, I'll absolutely take you up on that deal.
Okay.
But I do have one more request.
I can't give you any cash without the gems in my possession.
Of course, I will have them. I'll bring them
All
over
of a sudden,
once our business is done.
Rashondo, or I'm sorry, all of a sudden, the Rashondo gets a call from his secretary, and he says, "Yes, what is it?" And he says, "There's a man here looking for the captain of the Kestrel. He says his name is Faustus." Do you have a crew member named Faustus?
I do, and he's actually the one carrying the gems.
Well, he's at the receptionist at the ground floor. Shall I send him up?
I need one more minute of your time first.
Okay.
You see, I
Tell
need
him to
to
wait. Tell him to wait a minute.
Yes.
And she says, "Okay."
Start counting.
I need to restock some medical supplies on my ship. I'm not sure where one could go about buying certain control. I need some slow. I need medical slow.
Oh.
I know that tends to be hard to find and or restricted.
No, I'm sure I can. Sure, we can work something out. Let me see here. You said medical slow. He types in a few things and he says, "Okay, I can get anti-rad, and if they're administered before or within 10 minutes after radiation exposure, they'll absorb 100 rads."
I'm not worried about radiation at the moment.
Okay. I have something called fast.
Flash would work as well.
It's also called hibernation.
Yes.
It
I
puts-
forgot that fast and slow were actually opposites of their name.
Yeah, it slows metabolic rate down to 60 to 1.
Yeah, that's the one I wanted. I forgot fast made you slow and slow made you fast.
Fast drug is normally used to prolong life support. So, medicinal drugs.
Yes.
Medicinal. Medicinal is like aspirin, Motrin, some antihistamines. It's that. It's not high tech.
Yeah, I specifically want something like fast.
There is a slow drug. It increases metabolism to around 30 times normal, allowing a patient to undergo a month of healing in a single day. That what you're looking for? Using this drug outside of a hospital or sick bay is messy and painful. So are we talking about fast?
Oh wait, no, because I need. Yeah, I did need slow. I was right the first time.
Right, because fast, every 60 days, your patient will age 1 day.
Yeah, I need the opposite of that.
Like a 2 month per day kind of deal. You want the month in a day
Yes.
healing. Using this drug outside of a hospital or sick bay is a painful way to commit suicide, as the user will rapidly cook their internal organs and suffer massive brain damage. And you don't have a sick bay. And you don't have a hospital.
Okay, maybe slow was the wrong way to go.
I mean, you can get it and also get a sick bay.
Yeah, I can look at that. He doesn't know I don't have a sick bay.
He knows.
Oh well.
He's been here longer than you have been.
I'm well aware of the risks. That's exactly what I need.
Okay, I'm checking one of the upgrades possibilities of your ship. You can get something called a med lab. It takes up space in the cargo hold. I think it's 20 tons. Would you like me to look into that? Well, either way, I can have arranged for delivery to your ship 500 credits per dose.
3 doses should suffice.
Okay. Pay up.
Of course. And I hand it
been
over.
It's been over a minute.
Yeah, but it's an elevator ride up 12 floors.
Okay,
Valks has already probably tried to make his way up there before the minute was up.
Let's. You said 500 per dose.
500 per dose.
So 1,500.
Based on one source. Yeah, you're looking for. Slow, here it is. 500, yep. Now this says This is a variant of the metabolic accelerator. It can only be applied safely in a medical facility where life support and cryotechnology is available. It has increased the metabolism aging to 30 times normal, allowing a patient to undergo a month of healing in a single day. Using this drug outside of a hospital, the user will rapidly cook their internal organs. But then it adds, a user on unsupervised slow drug lapses into feverish unconsciousness within 1D rounds and will begin suffering 1 point of damage every minute if not treated in a Tech Level 8 medical facility. Yeah, so yeah, you'll need a medical facility.
Right.
That's all I do. Plus, there's addiction rules, but we won't get into all that.
I already got into that with the character creation.
So what are you addicted to? Because maybe he sells it. We have stims.
Some of those as well.
It'll remove fatigue. If you use stim, it removes all your fatigue, but you also take 1 point of damage.
Sounds fair.
There's recreational drugs.
We've had a lot of big losses he's trying to come back from.
You don't have to justify your addiction. We get it. You're addicted.
There's panaceas.
I'll take the stims.
50 credits per dose.
Another 250 credits.
All right.
That.
There is also something called a meta performance enhancer.
What is that?
It's also called the Titan drug. It improves your strength by 1 to 6. Lasts for about 15 minutes.
And then what happens?
You cramp painfully under the stress and fatigue, and you suffer damage.
Nah, that's not what I'm going for.
But, you could get up to 6 points of strength.
Yeah, that would put me at a whole 9.
Okay. Anti-rad. That's expensive, dang. But, there's Adrenalizer. It's a cocktail of alien adrenalines.
Absolutely, yes.
Keep the user awake and active for many hours at a time. It does have a crash.
Of course.
Soldiers on patrol duty will sometimes use adrenalizers to stay alert, and it tends to be very popular among medical students. 1 dose of the drug is equivalent to 10 hours of sleep. It allows you to function for the next 36 hours without penalty.
And that's why we used it on the front lines.
After which, you have 2 dice times 5 minutes to find some place to lie down. Because the amount of lost sleep will hit you, and you'll sleep for the amount of time you lost. If you take additional adrenalizers, it'll keep you awake.
But it'll add up still.
Yeah. Doesn't look like there's any damage. It just looks like you suffer the sleep consequences. Like you pass out and stay asleep for multiple days. Did you want that?
Yes.
150 credits per dose.
Okay.
Now, here's something. Because I'm sure that you and your shipboard doctor or whatever probably has med kits. But if you were to have an auto dock, it qualifies as a dock, which is medical 3. I'm trying to see if it counts as a medical facility. The auto dock counts as a medical facility.
So the auto dock could administer slow?
Yes.
You have an auto dock for sale.
We have the basic and we have the improved.
What's the difference?
The improved has a low berth built in, and it has reanimation.
What now?
Okay, if no more than 2 dice of minutes have passed since the patient's death, the corpse can be placed into the low berth, and the auto dock can try to bring it back.
And how much does that miraculous majesty cost?
1 million credits.
Take it out of the gems.
Now, a basic, which basically is drug delivery, diagnosis, surgery, is treated like a doctor at, medical 3. That's only 100,000 credits.
I'll take the improved.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead and take it out of the whatever I was going to pay you.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, that is a improved auto dock. Now
Yes.
it is half a ton.
Oh, we can carry that.
So you have to put it somewhere on the ship. You can put it in the cargo hold. It'll just take a half a ton out of the cargo hold, or you can replace one of your staterooms.
I mean, the stateroom sounds the way to go.
Sure,
privacy while you're being reanimated.
Yeah, your choice.
Stateroom.
Yeah, okay. It'll be delivered and installed and all that.
That's a good find for us. We get into some nonsense.
I guess that's better than putting I'm trying to upgrade your ship. Okay, I keep closing the folder like an idiot. Okay, just a second. Ships. There it is. I might have put it here. Drinax Harrier. Upgrading, okay. I'm trying to see what the med lab does for you. If you decided to do that instead, I mean, it's options.
Yeah.
A large medical bay with additional bed space plus laboratory area can be fitted, creating an area that can be used to house up to 10 casualties. If configured as a life science laboratory, this setup allows the Harrier to act as a mobile disease treatment facility or radiation poisoning, while more useful to a support ship than a raider. This configuration may be useful in winning friends. Okay, the laboratory could be reconfigured for other purposes, such as analyzing artifacts or discovering the origins of a starship component. 4 million credits. But it can house up to 10 patients.
Right.
Trying to see how much space that takes up. Pod, here it is. 10 tons of cargo. Oh, it's more than what I quoted. You have to add an additional 250 to create an area in the cargo hold that can accept a pod. Now these pods are interchangeable, so like you can pull one and put another one in that spot, like modular. Right. So if you need a med lab, you can have a med lab, but then later, if you need like emergency fuel storage, you can swap it out for a fuel tank of 10 tons. It's insufficient for a jump, but if you had 2 of them.
Yeah. I think that's something to look at once we make basic repairs to the ship.
Right.
We'll get the quick, affordable one now.
Okay. Are you going to let Faustus up?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh no, I was already like, as soon as my minute was up, I was already going to the elevator.
Yeah, as soon as I was done buying the drugs, I think he was on his way.
Well, you can go to the elevator, but it doesn't open.
I'm gonna count again.
Yeah, I mean, you press all the buttons and you call it, and it's basically, you can see that the elevator is on floor 12 and it's not moving. And then after a while, the elevator goes down to the ground floor, and the doors open. And I assume you go in and go up and meet the captain in the office.
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, Mr. Faustus, nice to meet you. I am Rochando, and if you're looking for buying and selling of cargo or rare and collectible items, you come see me and I'll help you out."
Rare and collectible items. I'll make a note of that. Captain.
Yes, Faustus. Oh, Faustus. Would you please show this kind gentleman the gems?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, so if you're handing him the gems, he hands you the credits. He pulls them out from a safe against the wall that he has to type a combination code into. He opens it up and pulls these 100,000 credit bills out. Counts them out. 1, 2, until it gets to the right amount.
Which is about 7.7 million.
Okay, so after he gets to 7 million, he'll break it down to 10,000 credit bills.
Looking back and forth like, are we doing a drug deal?
You are. Literally.
I was just coming to ask, it's like, hey, are we going to be paying gear a salary, or... Because she's saying that she's, we don't want her, she'll depart.
So hold on. You somehow found that I was here
Mm-hmm.
and got yourself invited up
The Star Guard told him.
so you could ask me to pay your girlfriend.
Foundland rushes in. Hey, Cap! I need 1,000 credits for the.
What the absolute shit?
Faustus is just like, I don't see the problem here.
I'm sorry. My mind is elsewhere. That was very unbecoming of me. If we can find her a role on the ship, she will of course be treated as a full crew member.
Do you want to spend any of those credits on repairing your ship?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay, I'm going to move you guys over to the ship map so that you can visualize the repairs that could be done.
But also,
Actually, it's not on the ship map. It's on the landing page. Okay.
after leaving the big deal, I also need to buy clothes and one of those nice TL-14 communicators.
I'm thinking like, you took the money, didn't you?
I imagine he put it in. I mean, I have a backpack.
We didn't leave it on the desk, did we?
No.
No, you're
we
still there.
Took the money.
You're still there.
Oh.
So, yeah, you can pick up a communicator and clothing, but I want to find out what kind of repairs we're doing.
Yes.
I'm gonna probably try to find a doc that can do some subdermal armor.
That might be a request for the day of tomorrow.
Okay.
You spent all day watching someone put on and take off like 20 different outfits.
Oh, no. It's just one of those things I say out loud. It's like, with this money, I could probably get some cybernetics.
It's possible. Okay, so are you looking at the ship repair sheet?
Yes. I was like, no, this is the map. Oh, right, it's over
How
here.
much money are you spending?
Straight credits?
Or ship shares?
Okay, straight credits, I would like to do 3 million. We could go up to 4, and that still leaves us comfortable, but I'd prefer 3. And I have 5 ship shares to use.
I was gonna say, why not use ship shares? I've got 2 more on top of that.
Okay. Well, because
Way more than what we just made from the gyms.
it's going to take more than the ship shares and money we have, so I got to see how far we can get right now.
So do ship shares first and then do money.
Right. You may trade a ship share for 1 SU or 1 TU or 2 CU.
Right.
Okay, now let's just look at the hull first. Okay, just as an example. It requires 1 RU repair unit. I don't know why it says R unit when you get SU and TU. Okay. And then SRU, cosmetic RU. It should be CU.
The SRU is the structural repair unit, and I think that's saying for every one of those you need 5 cosmetics.
That is correct.
This is gross.
Right, so with the ship share, you can get 2 dice hull points back. And then you'd still have to pay 5 CU.
Right.
Which is only $500,000. So it's better to use the ship share on the big cost things and then money on the CU.
Right.
So, but you also might want to fix the maneuver drive so it doesn't kick out before you land. Or the fuel.
So, general systems, definitely needs to be fixed. Maneuver drive is huge, and we need the turrets to work.
Okay, the jump drive started at -2, but it's currently at -1 because there was some repair done.
1d3 technical units. So we'll definitely do jump drive. And maneuver drive. I guess that's a good way to start.
Okay, so you want to do the maneuver drive real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to take a minimum of 7 days, or 6 days.
That's fine. We need
Okay.
to figure out what we're doing next, anyways. And somebody might be getting surgery, so.
Which one are you doing first? Maneuver drive?
Yeah, let's do maneuver drive first.
Okay, that's a D3 roll.
Okay.
Roll a 1.
I got a 3.
Okay, so you're going to spend 3 ship shares.
Yes.
Okay. And 500,000 credits. No, 3 times 5, 15.
Right.
That's 1.5.
So 1.5.
million. Yeah.
Repair. Oops. Wrong thing. Repair. Maneuver drive. Minus. Bam. Money spent.
Okay, hang on. You spent on both?
Yeah. Well, no. Ship shares for the technical, money on the cosmetic.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Make my character sheet match the ship shares.
I think it might be under map. There we go. What? I guess it didn't like me doing that. Okay, I've got the ship damage repair sheet fixed. So there's not going to be... What? Yeah, so there wouldn't be any...
Now she drives smooth.
Yeah. Now, okay, so where did you want to go from there?
Let's look at the jump drive.
Okay.
Because that's already been a problem.
Right. So you don't have to spend the 1. You only need 1d3.
Right.
So give me a
James,
1.
you want to roll this one?
Well, you might as well.
Let's roll it today.
You're the captain. You're You're responsible for the ship.
This is the role you wish to play.
Okay, thank God, 1.
Okay. So 1 TU, which could be a ship share.
1 more of my ship shares. I have 1 remaining.
Did you count Tomlin's 2?
I have not needed to dip into them yet. I'm using mine.
Okay. So now you need to spend 500,000.
Right. Repair, jump drive. Another 500,000. Puts us at 2 million. I was hoping to spend 3 or less, so we're still good.
Okay. What is that? That must be on the token layer. There we go. Okay. And you spent 3 on the maneuver drive,
Right.
and you spent 15 on the cosmetic. So now, okay, map layer. Yep. Boop. Okay, so everything's fixed over here. Whoa! You retard. Okay. Okay, that is on the map layer. Ah, but that one's not. Got it. All right. So the jump drive is fixed. And they can be happening at the same time. So it doesn't add 7 days or whatever. They overlap. Because they got like a crew doing the maneuver drive and a different crew doing the jump drive.
Right.
All right.
And one is it's like 1 to 5 days, and the other one I already forgot. I guess it'd be 2 to 5 days.
It was maneuver drive was 3 days diagnostic and then 3 to 4 days repairs.
Okay, so it's 6 to 7 days, and then the jump drive is 2 to 5.
Right.
So
yeah,
we're here for a week.
You're going to be here for a week. Right. Exactly.
I'm also thinking we have the resources left. Do you guys want to fix the military countermeasures suite? It's just 2 ship shares.
Did we fix the turrets?
No. The turret.
Also, don't forget we have an IFF that has been manufactured and is waiting for us.
The ventral hardpoint.
Those are expensive to fix.
I mean, we can do the.
You can spend 1 and get a partial completion, or you can spend 2 and get a complete repair.
What about?
And it'll cost a total of 5 ship shares.
Yeah, that's ew.
Cost countermeasures then.
What about the? I've actually got the thing open. I can read.
Hit points might be good.
The entire ventral. Oh, is the other turret okay? The dorsal one?
Yeah.
I thought it was damaged.
It's a particle beam. No, it's fine.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the one I punched a hole in the other ship with.
Yeah, I thought that was I thought that had like limited.
There was a mix up, and that is.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I misspoke earlier. I do believe that. Now, when you repair the ventral turret, you can replace it with a line gun, an anti-personnel weapon, or an assault pod. Currently, it's a missile launcher.
Which is fun.
But if it was a line gun, it's like a grapple gun. You shoot it across at another ship, and then you'd have a tether. You could crawl across. Anti-personnel weapons puts like 450 cals in there, and so when you're sitting on the ground, the bottom turret acts as a anti-personnel, blow people away. And then the assault pod is it's kind of like an airlock, but it can hold, I think, 4 Marines in battle dress or combat armor. And
Or 1 Faustus.
Or 1 Faustus. Assault pod. Up to 4 armored Marines. And the corridor to the missile magazine would be considered the airlock. And it would include a lift that could lower the Marines down to the ground or make a rapid transfer to another vessel. But a missile launcher is always good too.
Right.
Because it does cost a little extra. It's like 200,000 extra plus an RU to make an assault pod.
I think we can look at repairing the turret partially and doing the military countermeasure suite.
Okay, to do partial, it would require 1 structural and 1 technical.
Okay.
And then 10 cosmetic.
Well, the structural is only $250,000. That's affordable.
Right.
I'll take away Tomlin's 2 ship shares for the military countermeasure suite.
Okay.
That gives us a +6 to sensors? Whatever
Where do you see that?
It is on the Kestrel's sheet. Its little character sheet. Very end of its description says military countermeasures suite needs 2 ship shares to be restored to +6. Currently is at 0.
Okay.
That might have been my taking notes off of you, though.
Yeah.
Because it's worded differently than what's above it. Because the description also didn't list the power plant issues. So I had to write that one down as well.
Okay, it might be in the fine print. So give me a second, I'm looking. Might be a countermeasure suite. I don't see where it says it's damaged. The countermeasure suite has been plundered of its paneling and most decorative items. So it should only require cosmetic. Unless...
Do you see anything about the power plant being at 75% capacity? Since I had to add those 2 in, I'm assuming they came from the same place.
I think I remember... Condition of the Harrier, air quality, the hull, general systems, the hard point, maneuver drive, the jump drive, cosmetic, bridge, crew accommodation, lower deck, outer hull. Okay, minus is on diplomacy without the cosmetic repairs. Making repairs. Okay. Going to a different location. Like I said, they need to put it all in one book. Okay. Alright, I'm scrolling because some of these books don't have an index. Okay, so it's definitely not that book. What's not nailed down? Okay, let's... Could be here.
Can you control F on them?
Some of them, yeah.
Oh. I know sometimes it's touchy.
But I'm not sure what I would want to type.
Countermeasure. Bring up anything related to it.
It's not something that got damaged during gameplay, was it?
It could be.
You have what's... Okay, Commerce Raider, you have a military countermeasure suite. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's one. The system suffered some damage and has effective... Okay, so here we go. Healing a wounded ship. There it is. Control F helped quite a bit. It's affected by multiple hits from ion cannons. Drinax has only been able to restore functionality to the level of the countermeasure suite. This can be restored at +1 per ship share to the normal maximum of +6 for 2 ship shares.
And Tomlin's 2 ship shares are put to good use.
I thought military countermeasures was only +2.
Maybe this one's special?
Could be, and it also could be a typo. Because 2 ship shares, and if it's 1 per, I would think that it would be +2.
That would make sense. And +6 is ridiculous in a D6 game.
Yeah. So, let's check out spacecraft construction. Look at military countermeasures.
But a military countermeasure suite, according to the Kestrel sheet, does cost 28 mega credits.
Okay.
I wouldn't spend that for a +2.
Okay. Countermeasures, not sensors, right?
Yes.
Okay, because sensors is a +2 max. Let's find some countermeasures.
Not entirely sure what the suite would do beyond like breaking targeting locks and stuff like that.
Right. Does it say +6 on the ship sheet?
Yes, but again, I'm pretty sure I typed that out as you said it.
Well, it might be +6 because, you don't want the players to just die to a random missile in space.
Who doesn't?
I was going to say, this is Traveler.
I want that. Okay, so that's going to make me go to another book.
Haha. Go through your library.
I know.
Use the Dewey Decimal.
I wish. Wish I knew how to organize this better. That might be under High Guard. Where are you at, High Guard? High Guard. Okay.
So now we know the next time we have to take an important note, we're going to write down what book it came from.
There you go. Okay, I'm using Control F. Countermeasure is plural. Okay, countermeasure.
Yes.
Military countermeasure suite grants a +6
Dang.
at attempts at jamming and electronic warfare.
Okay.
It's also 28 million credits.
Yeah.
That's what you got?
Yeah.
Okay.
It weighs 15 tons and costs 28 mega credits.
Requires 2 power. And it was in High Guard.
Okay.
Yeah, +6 for countermeasure. That's pretty good. And it only requires 2 ship shares
Yes.
to repair. Okay.
Now we're a raider again.
Well, you only have 40 hit points.
Fair.
That's less than most ships. A shuttle has more than that.
We still have resources left to spend.
Yeah, 1 RU, which is only 250,000, gets you 2 dice of hull points.
Yeah.
But then you'll also need to buy SRU.
Yeah.
So you could, or I should say cosmetic. So technically it's 0.35.
Five cosmetic per
Point, all right.
structural.
Okay, so 0.5.
So it's 0.75.
0.75 for complete repair of 2 die 6.
Yeah. Which I will look at after we see how much it costs to get the ventral turret functional again.
You want to do that first? Okay, well, it's only 1 of each. You just want partial. You just want partial, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the parentheses.
So no cosmetic, just the structural and technical right now?
No, it's still 5 times structural and technical.
Okay. So maybe
You're just
we don't
spending
fix the
one.
turret.
You're spending one of each.
Maybe
So
the
minimum
turret
of
can wait then.
minimum of 2, and then that means a
A
minimum of
million on.
a minimum of 10 cosmetic.
Yeah. So that one's gonna wait. We'll put it into hull.
Okay.
Got one ship share for sure. Faustus, do you want to throw any ship shares at this? Do you have any?
I don't have ship shares.
Okay.
He wasn't a ship
Money
related. Yeah, he was someone who shot bullets.
That's fair. So we'll put 1 point in. So we've got to spend 500,000.
For
For the hull.
for the
For the hull,
cosmetic.
sorry. Yeah.
But you
And
need
that'll
another
give
one
us-
for a technical.
No, for the hull. For the hull.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Hull. It's only one. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll spend my last ship share on that, plus 500,000 credits to make it pretty.
So you're only spending one repair?
Right now, yes.
Yeah, because you can always do more later.
Yeah. Or I'll go ahead and say 2. But the second one is going to be all credits. So it'll be another 750,000 total.
No, it's 1,000,000 for the cosmetic.
Yeah, and then 250,000 for the structural, and then a ship share for the second structural.
That's right.
Well, now I'm thinking that seems like a waste of a ship share, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Um,
So now I need 4d6.
minus that. Okay. Leaves us with almost 1.5 million.
That's good operating fund.
Yeah. And we get 18 points on the hull.
Okay. So you're up to 58. Whoops, not that. Okay.
That's something. That's something.
Yeah, you're almost 30 points off of max. So you're better than a 100-ton ship right now. When it comes
like
to
a 400, 200 something. We are 200.
because yeah, normally a ship has 40 points per 100, but because of the materials used to make the ship, it actually had a 10% bonus.
Yeah.
So it's 88.
And I also need to pen a letter to Aniri Gamgen.
Oh,
apologizing. Say that our plans fell through. The Aslan beat us to it.
Okay. That's going to cost 10 credits
Okay.
if you're sending it through the mail.
Yeah, it's going by Expo.
Right. Okay, so we got some repairs done. Everything that can be repaired is repaired. And if you want, you could just go back to the ship and relax, or you could get a hotel in town, whichever way you want to do it. But the ship is fine if you're only using it as a meeting place and a bed. And then on the following day, you can do last minute shopping if you need, or you can wander around, or you can ask. You can go to different places on the city
Does anybody else need anything?
Or you could just wait for the next day and go to the dinner.
That's negative, Captain. I don't need anything.
We're going to spend a lot of time organizing these work crews. That's probably how I spent that morning.
Prepping to drug us.
Okay, so that you will be repaired on 2/19.
Excellent.
That's the estimate, right?
And then...
Wow, that's way too big. Let's make that smaller. Let's make that even smaller. Okay, it's not. I get how you are.
Also, everybody, your 5% share from the gems, which includes paying them out 5% to Kirsch and Ben Parr and basically everyone but Gear.
Why can I not change the font?
Is getting 392,005 credits. That is your 5% bonus.
How much does she get?
Gear gets none. She's not a crew member.
Okay, so she packs up and leaves. I will see you in the world somewhere at some time. Thank you for the trip off of Blue. Goodbye.
We'll look for you if we need someone of your skill set, for sure.
Okay.
And of course, we'll put in a good word with the King of Drinax. He may need, forgot what the skill's called.
Got all dressed up and nowhere to go. Boop.
Steward?
Steward. Yeah, he may need a steward.
Okay, so you have
I don't know what to say on all that.
Bye, Felicia.
I'm not a crew member, so all right, so you just want to wait till... Oh, wait. Who else? Did Kirsch, Ben, or Jump get any of that?
Yes.
How much did they
They
get?
all signed contracts for 5% bonuses.
So they received 399,000?
No, that was Tomlin adding his money up. They got 392,005. They also got their 6,000 credit payday. When we
Did you add that in?
ship. No, so they will each have that added. Hi guys, we're home. Have 400,000 credits.
Yeah, I think they're all
Oh.
leaving now. They're retiring.
No, Kirsch is still gonna stay. 390.
Faustus.
2005. This is very profitable.
Faustus, if I may suggest, you might need a personal assistant.
For what do you mean?
If you want her to stay, you pay her.
Wait, Ben? Okay. For some reason, he didn't have a character sheet attached. Well, now he
And
does.
again, if we find a role she fits on the ship, I'll absolutely hire her. But we don't need a steward. We don't take passengers.
Do I need a personal assistant? What are you gonna
Do
do?
you want a personal assistant?
It's one of those things. It's like, here, hold my ammo while I'm going to fight this war and reload.
She can make you meals on the jumps. Maybe someday you'll fall in love.
She can take notes, so when you're in your crayon-induced haze, you don't forget what you're supposed to be doing.
She's not hiring out as a personal assistant. Not interested in that.
Oh, okay.
She did that on Blue. Got taken advantage
fair. She said never again. No. Didn't we need to do something to the cargo bay?
Did you get the auto dock?
Yes, we have that.
Did you replace a stateroom, or did you replace or put it in a pod in the?
I'm thinking replace a stateroom.
Replace Gear's stateroom.
We've got 8 staterooms, and now I honestly have lost track of how many of us there are. See, there's Faustus and me.
That's
Tom,
not right.
and Kirsch and Ben.
And Shogun.
And Shogun.
There we go.
And Jump.
And Jump, that's who I was thinking of, Jump. So we've got seven people and 8 rooms. We can turn one into an auto dock room.
That'll work.
Especially since if you die within a couple of minutes, it can bring you back. We need that.
Why are you looking at me?
Or we could just not die.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, that's
not dying is a big bonus.
If the auto dock brings you back, did you actually die?
Yes. Yes, you did.
mean, has any of us gotten close to death at all here?
No, we've avoided fights so far. Other than the creatures.
And the shooting the guy on the ship.
That
So,
wasn't a fight. That was an assassination.
It's the next day. It's 2:14. Dinner is scheduled this evening. Is there anything else you would like to do before dinner? Your auto dock is being installed. Your hull is being repaired. A lot of work. The jump drives, the maneuver drives, parts are being replaced. The countermeasure suite is being worked on.
I could probably look for a combat vac suit if they got it here.
Oh,
Well, you
that's what combat armor is.
You have combat armor.
Combat armor can be used as combat vac suits?
It's a vac suit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a 6-hour air supply.
I give everybody comdots.
Yeah, I remember
14
that.
combat.
I wear
Oh, I bought one on the way back from meeting. You didn't tell me you bought us stuff.
So is Jump and Ben and Kirsch getting one?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, can I use the comm dot with the earpiece?
You can. You have 2 ears.
Okay, I'll put it
There's
on.
there is absolutely no benefit other than the fact that the comm dot has a very low volume setting where you can whisper and people can still hear you. Other than that, they're the same. The comm dot doesn't have any range, so you need to have your communicator on you. So, but your earpiece could be in your pocket.
Okay, so it's like a wireless thing that can just attach.
It's a Bluetooth, yeah, like a little Bluetooth headpiece.
I I got it from the sub vocalization. So when we're standing in front of someone chatting about what we should do, we're not just openly chatting about what we should do.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me add a com dot. Okay. Let me add a with com dot. And then over here, he's got a radio, but it is super low tech. It's Earth tech. Com dot. I'll go ahead and add one with that. Okay. So technically, Jump is still an engineer. He could serve as a gunner. He can also serve as a medic.
Yeah, we don't need a medic.
Yeah, he's pretty right because you got a doctor, but that auto doc doesn't go on planets with you. He's also a very good steward.
Oh yeah, we didn't need gear.
I'm thinking about getting some magnetic grapples for my combat armor, at least modifying it. So I should probably go to probably back to the bazaar at some point and get some extra attachments to my armor.
That is a good idea. And it does have a camouflage coating, don't forget.
Right, and
Okay, that's weaponry. You're looking at armor, accessories. Let me get to the right supply catalog. Okay. Armor. General modifications. Okay. Well, there is going to be a slight price increase on anything weapon or armor related because this is a martial law kind of planet. The military that wanders around is not harassing anyone, but it's still very restrictive, if you understand that. They don't have 2A. Let's see here, what do we got? I'm trying to hit the button. Yeah, their law level is 10. So, but because you're working for the king and the Star Guard will vouch for you, you can buy things, but the price is going to be increased, just so you know.
right.
Okay, so let's go down the list of general modifications. You can get additional padding, which will give you 1 extra protection, but it gives you -1 on your dex checks. Or you can get what's called an auto helmet, which would replace your combat armor helmet with a retractable helmet. The helmet would just come up over your head upon request. That's a thing.
Wait. Visor? Or is it just like the whole helmet, just kind of like Iron
Can we
Man?
get this Star Trek suits here?
It's combat armor is way better than that. Okay, but yeah, it's the whole helmet.
Okay, so we're talking like Avengers game.
Right, exactly. Like an Ant-Man helmet or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. There's something called an auto protect kit, which automatically deploys a helmet, gloves, and boots. I don't know why you'd want to get that. Body camera. You already have the camouflage.
Body camera will be good.
Okay, body camera. 150 credits.
What are you, a cop?
It has
That's what I was just thinking.
it has unlimited storage.
Cool, but can it be transmitted through wire through communications?
It can be turned on manually with a button or voice command.
It's a GoPro.
It's a GoPro. And you can transmit video images.
See, transmit to you.
Yeah, like in Aliens. Okay.
Yeah. So Mason can see what's going on when he sends me into places.
Well, he needs to have a monitor. But okay, so we get we'll get to that.
I'm on the fence about the retractable helmet, but
It sounds really cool.
It does, but does it negatively impact the armor, the combat armor?
No, what, the camera?
No, the retractable helmet.
No.
I'm just thinking
It's made to accommodate different types of armors. So you would pick the one that was combat armor versus the one that's just a vac suit or whatever.
I'm more wondering, when are we going to be in combat armor and want to quickly take off our helmet?
It's more like quickly put it on, is what I'm thinking. If we're in a ship and the ship opens to space, we're not going to be able to grab the helmet off the ground fast enough to put it on. I think.
So have you ever played Mass Effect?
No.
Yes.
Okay, so you don't have your helmet on when you want to talk to people because you get negative impacts to your social interactions.
Right.
But then when combat starts, the helmet pops on.
Or if you get spaced, it pops on.
Or if you get spaced, you don't have to carry it in your hand. It's like it's like telescopes back into your neck.
Yeah, but would we have to have the rest of the armor on?
You can have all your armor on, no helmet, and then when you get spaced, the helmet just pops on.
Kind of, okay.
Or if combat starts.
You played StarCraft, right?
No.
You haven't played StarCraft either?
No.
I have played StarCraft.
It's okay.
'Cause I was gonna say it's like the visor where the guy pulls it up and all that smoke from the cigar smoke comes bellowing out. So
Well, I mean, I understand the concept. I'm just thinking, when would I have all that bulky combat armor on and not the helmet?
When we're in ship-to-ship combat.
Yeah, so why would I need to take off my helmet? I'll just leave it on.
Majority of the time, you're not going to be wearing armor.
Right.
If you are, you're already incorporating a bunch of minuses. But let's say you're going to Mos Eisley and you want to wear your armor. You know, you could put it on and then leave the helmet off so that you could talk to people on a one-to-one. It's rare. It's rare. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But it's just an option.
I feel like we'll either be in diplomacy or in combat. I can't see us having to switch between the two quickly.
You cannot do it. I'm going to do it.
Well, no, like I said, I think it's really cool. I just... Eldritch can't justify the expense for himself.
So you want the auto helmet?
yeah,
Yes.
let's toss that on there.
Okay, 10,000 credits.
Jeez.
I'll have
Okay.
to go back to the ship and get more
I
credits.
lied. 15,000 credits.
Why?
It's really cool.
It's
And
also
like, if we were going in saving people, I'd get it. But that's not our MO.
it has to be installed at time of purchase.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, all that just means is you get it installed immediately.
Yeah, I'll have to go get the credits and bring it back, but let's continue because
That's fine. You got a good 10 hours before the dance party or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so 15,000 credits. I'm scrolling past this page because nobody wanted anything off this page, which is really cool because there's nothing really there. There is something called extended life support.
Doesn't that make it like 12 hours?
No. You can get basic extended, which converts your life support to 18 hours, or you can get advanced extended, which converts it to 36 hours. Each, okay, the first one is 15, the second one is 30,000. So if you want to be away from, or if you're in space or something, or on the moon, it depends on how many hours you need. Right now, your suit has 6 hours.
I think I'll stay with the 6 hours for now.
Okay.
Because if I'm out there for 30 hours, there's a problem.
Yeah. If you're out there for more than 6 hours, we're probably not coming back for you.
I do want to say that there was a point in which we were stranded on a planet for more than a day and a half. The planet's atmosphere was not good for us.
I have a breather mask for that.
That's fair.
But what happens when we get shot down over an atmospheric planet?
Yeah, like a moon.
Well, then still 30 hours isn't going to be enough to somehow message a ship for help.
36 hours.
And it might be, depending on how far away from the starport we are. It's only a 6-hour travel to the jump point. If we're on a moon in system, somebody will absolutely come find us off a distress signal.
Like I said, if I have to have more than 6 hours worth of life support in my suit, I'm going to have more problems to deal with.
I think you're being crazy. When I get the helmet and thingy installed, I'm also getting the 30,000 thingy installed.
Okay. Yeah, that's 36 hours.
You know what? Yeah, I'll get it.
And
I think y'all are crazy.
now, if you ever have a problem, you can kill the captain, and he's got 6 hours.
So we can add that to it?
Yeah. I mean, you could breathe off of his life support.
Got it.
Because if he's dead, he won't need it. All right, there's friend or foe. I was going to say HUD. It's a friend or foe HUD.
Definitely getting that.
Well,
What does it do?
the question is, if you're the only one with it, it's not worth buying it.
That
But
one
it's-
I actually am thinking of getting.
Okay, so several scanners and cameras implanted in the armor keep track of registered friendly transponders, and the system is equipped with its own transponder and marks targets with these as potential enemies. So you can identify one as an enemy or one. So if anybody's got a radio, they'll show up. And you can mark them as friend or foe. This information is displayed on your visor, allowing you to know the exact location of allies up to a kilometer away. As well as avoiding a potential friendly fire incident. What it mechanically does is gives you a +1 to tactics checks.
I'm game for that.
Okay.
It's 6,000 credits.
Oh, yeah, that's nothing.
So I'm spending 51K right now. All right.
How many credits? 6,000?
6 even, yep. Okay,
Yeah,
there's
that's
something
150.
called gecko pads.
Yes.
But those you have to use they function as magnetic grippers, allowing you to adhere to walls and ceilings up to 1.5 Gs.
How much?
7,500.
Okay, hold on. I gotta do math.
Spider Faustus. Engage.
Wait,
Hold
can
on,
you
I
even?
gotta do
Yeah,
math.
you can get that. They are little. They utilize the van der Waals force to selectively adhere to relatively smooth surfaces like walls and ceilings. They're on your boots, knee pads, elbow pads, and gloves.
So it is more of a Spider-Man deal.
Yeah, you're Spider-Manning, yeah. But only up to 1.5 Gs though.
Yeah.
You know what size planet you need to be on for 1.5 Gs? A big one.
A lot bigger than Earth.
Yeah. Well, Earth is 1G. Okay.
Or a lot denser.
What's it called? Gecko
pads.
Gecko pad?
I'm skipping over the stuff that they don't sell. So
it would have to be bigger than Saturn, but smaller than Jupiter.
7,500. Yeah.
Bigger than Neptune, but smaller than Jupiter.
Helmet light.
No, I'm good without that.
I
You
don't
said
need it.
emit light?
Yeah, it's a helmet light. It's like a flashlight. Yeah. Okay.
I have MVGs and thermal visions in my eyes.
Okay.
And a friend or foe head.
I'm actually going to get the gecko pads on my cloth armor as well.
Okay.
I won't always have the combat armor on, but I might have the cloth.
Yeah, they function as magnetic grippers when walking in 0G. So yeah, it'll still work in 0G.
Well, my armor just got decked out.
My question is, is it like a suction cup? And if that's the case, do you need atmosphere?
No, it said it uses the van der Waals force.
Yes.
Which is... Yeah, it's the bonds between molecules themselves.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So it's like magnetics. Gotcha.
It's temporarily chemically bonding with what you're touching.
Okay, like plastic cement.
It's like Spider-Man.
Yeah. There's something called self-sealing.
Yes.
It can be added to any armor except ablative when manufactured.
Oh, never mind. That's what the duct tape's for.
Right. When you can't get it. Sorry. Okay.
Tease,
yeah. Here we go. There is a tactical video suite.
A what now?
Tactical video suite. It's more than just a remote camera monitor. The video suite uses several small video cameras and microphones to monitor and record everything for real-time or later viewing. Okay, so it looks like it's cameras. Yeah, okay, never mind. You probably don't need that. A vac suit accessory pack. No, you don't need that. Okay. It basically just armors a regular vac suit. Yeah, okay, that was like normal stuff. At Tech 14, which is where you're at, you can actually get something called a skin suit. Or a ship suit.
Which is what you were asking about, James. I think.
Yeah, a ship suit strikes a balance between shipboard uniform and a light-duty vac suit. This can be worn. This can be worn as clothing.
It's not armored.
It's light enough for daily use. With growing discomfort, of course. Comfortable enough for sleep, even in full gravity. Comes with boots, gloves, and stored in pockets, a soft helmet.
Yeah, like you said, it's not combat armor's better. You're right.
Right.
You could wear this normally, and then when we have a fight coming, go get dressed in your combat.
Yeah, this is something you can wear when you perform duties on a ship without any minuses. And it has a 30-minute life support.
I'm interested in that.
And it has a transceiver built into the collar. Okay,
I would like one of these.
the deluxe version has an auto protect kit, which means it'll automatically deploy your helmet, gloves, and boots.
Oh.
So as soon as we get decompressed in a section, you would already be protected.
Correct.
Well, that's what my auto helmet's for.
Yeah, but that's if you're wearing combat armor, and you're not going to be performing duties on a ship in combat armor.
Right, but I would hope I wouldn't be performing duties on a ship where we're in combat either.
Okay, your ship gets into a fight. You put on the combat armor, you get huge minuses in the ship-to-ship fight.
Really?
Yeah, combat armor is bulky and gets in your way. Your fingers can't hit the buttons properly. You fat finger everything.
Yeah, like I would be the one that would be more apted to be in the combat armor because all I need to do is just hold them off in a hallway comparative to you guys.
Right.
Wouldn't the retractable gloves and stuff fix that problem though?
It would if you have a... Do you have that set?
No, but couldn't I pick it up while we're here?
Yeah. But you're not sleeping in combat armor.
No.
You're not walking around a town shopping for a dress suit in combat armor.
No, I figured I'd been doing that in normal clothes.
Yeah, but your ship suit can be the normal clothes.
Yeah, I'd like to buy a ship suit
Okay.
and get it gecko pads and self-sealing.
Okay. Self-sealing is just an add-on.
Yeah.
That's
And the
3,000.
okay. And what was that deluxe one to do the gloves and stuff plus the helmet?
Yeah, you just get the I gotta jump around because they don't have like one comprehensive list. Those are the add-ons.
Here too much longer, I'm going to be all Master Chief and all over the place.
You could look around for a set of battle dress.
Yeah, the ship suit deluxe costs 90,000.
Yeah.
Plus
I knew.
plus the self-sealing is 3,000.
Yep. Plus gecko pads is 75 hundo.
There you go.
So a total of 100,500 credits.
Just so
for
you
my
know, it has a 6 armor.
Ooh. That's almost as good as my cloth armor was.
Yeah. Well, this
Except
is
one is
this is a tech level 14 item.
yeah. Plus it's a vac suit.
It's a vac
And looks
suit
nice.
and does not require vac suit skill.
Nice. Yeah, this is absolutely my new captain suit, and I paid a buttload for it.
Okay, now we're talking about military options. Those are all civilian options.
I just looked at some of this battle dress and I'm just like, I could not afford some of this stuff.
No. Some of this
I don't
stuff
even
doesn't
know.
exist in Traveler. It's just added for looks.
I don't even know where you guys are looking at all this stuff.
Central Supply Catalog 2022. But you don't need to look.
Okay.
Unless you want. Okay, you modifiers to battle dress? Nope, you don't have battle dress.
Nope.
Okay. That doesn't even exist in Traveler. Okay, I don't know why they list it. Okay. This should be allowed to be added to any set, but it says battle dress. Okay. Okay, I'm jumping to augments because I heard someone wanted skin weave or something.
Subdermal armor.
Yeah. At this tech level, you can get +5.
How much?
It only costs 750,000 credits.
Yeah, a little bit too much for my ability.
And plus it would require like hospital time.
Yeah, but we like how much hospital time are we talking?
Yeah, I'm gonna double check. Double checking. A D6 weeks.
That's where slow comes in.
Yeah, it can be reduced through the use of slow drug.
Right. So, is that with all of them are going to be like D6 weeks?
Yeah, installing augments takes D6 weeks. Augments can interfere with medical treatments. So if let's say you got a tech level 15 skin weave and you go to a tech level 8 hospital, they're getting a -8 to assist you. It's the difference in tech level.
They go to give you a shot and their needle breaks.
Right. Electromagnetic pulses, depending on the type of augment you have, could affect you. Armor, not so much, probably.
Like about 300,000. What different augments can I get for that?
You can get a lower tech version. For 200, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, 200,000, you can get tech 11 +3 protection.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Do you need to borrow some money?
No, I'm good.
You're going to spend a D6 weeks here in a hospital?
Are we leaving anytime soon?
In a week.
Never mind then.
Now, again, you could pay extra for drugs to go through a month of healing in like a day. It'll hurt.
Yeah, so one dose will count as 4 weeks.
Like, how much is the dose?
500 credits.
Well, if you're that interested, I could sell you some for 700 credits.
Yeah, let's do it.
How many doses of slow drug are you buying? Or fast? Yeah, it's slow. It's actually slow.
Yeah.
From Mason, no less.
How much would I need to do this?
1 or 2, depending on what you roll.
Yeah, hypothetically, you could use 2. You won't. Well, if you use 1, that's 4 weeks. If you roll a 5, you're still good because you have a week of real time.
We'll go with 1, but I have his number saved, so if I'm in the recovery room, I can just have the nurse call if it's more than that.
I mean,
well, no, you don't have to buy.
You
You don't have to buy it until they determine the D6 roll. Okay, so you're getting the +3 armor.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get the +3 armor.
Okay, and then now go ahead and roll a D6. If you roll a 1, you don't have to buy any slow drug. 5. Okay, so 1 dose of slow drug. You'll be in the hospital for 1 week.
I'm okay with that.
So you're out of the game for a week.
So maybe
After the dinner, yeah.
After the dinner.
Yeah, definitely after the dinner. Then I'll get the augment.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
And then that was 300,000.
No, it's only, what did I say, 200,000 for the installation of the augment. And then another 500 for the dose of slow. So you're only looking at 200,000 plus 500. So it's not a whole lot.
And we put that under combat, right? The armor.
You could call it armor. Yeah, it's just technically what it is. It's armor. There is something called locating a doctor that can do it.
That would probably be good before I
Spend all this money.
right. Because if this planet doesn't have anybody to do any augments, then never mind.
They're literally just going to hand you the plates and go, good luck finding a doctor.
Okay.
Goes to Autodoc and say, put this in me.
Let's check. Here it is. What's the population here?
7. No.
Try 4. No, that's the size. Population 4. Okay. So -1, -3. It's not above the tech level. So are you willing to pay double? No. Class A, that's +1, so we're only at -2. I think it's a rich trade zone. No, it's non-industrial. So that's -4. Population is 4. That's another minus, so it's -5. Okay, so you're sitting at a -5. And what's the roll he's making? Hang on. You can make broker or streetwise. And you're looking to roll a 13.
Would I be able to
Do it for him? Yes.
assist him?
You can do it for him.
That's
Okay.
How do you feel that you could make this into a chain?
If he were to use, say, Streetwise, I could use Broker to actually negotiate with whoever he finds.
Right.
So maybe they're not willing to do it, and I could try to make that deal.
Do you accept him helping you? Because he could possibly give you an additional minus.
Yeah, I could mess you up real bad.
Let's do it.
Okay, make your broker roll.
Or I find him and he talks him into it with Streetwise.
There's
Either way.
there's no minus to this broker roll.
8.
Okay, that gives you a +1. So instead of a 13, now you all need is a 12.
I did what I could.
Yeah. Well, I brought him down from a 13 to a 12.
Oh.
All the doctors, they don't have the time to assist you in something like this. Plus, they would have to find the proper supplies and materials. They'd have to import it. But in a month, you can check again.
Okay.
Maybe next time, bud.
Yeah, so every month you can check.
Well, at least I didn't go down 2,000 credits. Or 200,000.
Yeah. Save some money.
Yeah.
Now you can go through the black market.
I was literally thinking that might be the end. That might be the end result. I'm in a van.
Right. If you go through the black market, then your doctor might be questionable. He might be a Krieger.
Yeah, no.
But I love that. You'll come out with an extra special implant.
Yeah, it's a van, and then he's got this little holographic waifu.
I could just see it now. He replaces my skin with the dermal implant.
That is correct, because there is an option to forego your real skin.
You can get vacuum skin.
No, it would you would look a lot like I don't know. You would see like it would look like your skin is now like Kevlar. It's like a weave of some kind. Okay, so everybody's done shopping. You bought a bunch of sets of armor and stuff like that. All of it is just delivered to the ship. If you want to get a business suit or a evening suit, did you buy one there, Captain?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, yes. I spent 500 credits, which is already what I was thinking was a good price before you went over it with James.
I think that's a very rich, is that right?
Yes. Or no,
Okay.
I think it was...
No, it was just Rich.
Yeah.
No, rich is $250. I think.
James was the one right below that, and he bought the suit for the one above him. He was, like, very high.
Yeah. And then the next step up was Rich, and then it was very rich, and then vehemently rich or something.
Yeah, rich is 500. Yeah,
And
very high is 2,500.
It
I
is
mean,
navy
250.
blue.
What? Blue?
It's
Okay.
a navy blue 5-piece suit. So it's got a
Five?
vest and a jacket.
Does it have a
good
cummerbund?
stuff. Yeah, no, but it's got a pocket square.
But you said 5-piece suit.
Yeah, hold on. I might be misremembering what a cummerbund is.
Cummerbund goes underneath on the front of the vest.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Actually, yes.
Yeah, a lot of the old Looney Tunes and stuff, they would always show that like they pull it down a little bit.
Yeah.
And it rolls up on them.
Okay. Super duper. Is everyone ready to go to this dinner?
Yes, and I tell the captain when I see him in his suit that he looks ridiculous.
Okay, it's early, okay? It's about 5 in the evening, and your Star Guard escort says, excuse me, Captain.
Yes?
You and your crew, let me rephrase that. You and your officers are being requested by the king to attend him in his throne room.
Then, of course, we'll meet him there.
And then he gestures to the airlock.
I just need 1 minute.
Okay.
And I go into my room for several minutes.
Okay.
Okay, show. Where's this dinner at?
Who are you asking?
I just stepped out of the room and said it.
Okay. Well, I don't know where the dinner's at, but you're being requested to the throne room.
Oh, right, yes. Okay, different thing.
He steps into his room for another few minutes to get close to getting.
No, let's go.
Yeah, we can go.
Am I an officer?
Am I an officer?
Yes, you all are.
I would
Except the
say the NPCs are all officers. The NPCs are all what would you call them?
Crew?
Crew?
Crew is perfect. So yeah, you three would be officers. I would say that Kalen is probably an officer because he's your engineer,
Yeah.
right? Everybody else is kind of just support material. Okay, so you head. Wow, that's an ominous picture. Okay, so you head with this Star Guard to
Yay.
the throne room, which is dead center of the floating palace.
I
I'm gonna.
I did take a dose of adrenalizers when I stepped into my room. I need to be awake for this.
Jesus.
The adrenalizer lasts what, 36 hours or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then after that, you pass out
Yeah.
for like
For
8
36
hours.
hours.
Well, no, not a full 36. Just whatever he misses.
Yeah. Sure, I'll be awake tonight, but that's okay.
No,
Okay, I gotta get past the summary and get to the, hey, this is what happens.
I will be. They didn't. Before we take all or on our way over there, is it okay if I just like have my knife in my vest, my jacket?
I would not recommend it.
I don't want to be ambushed.
Well,
But,
are you asking
us.
the Star Guard?
Yes, I am.
Weapons are not allowed by citizens on this in this kingdom. If you want to bring a knife, if it's ceremonial or something like that, then you can, but you might be asked to turn it over at the reception.
Okay,
It's my
I'll put it back. I'll put it in my room.
bladed defense.
Okay. Yeah, no weapons, no armor is allowed. If you have any weapons or armor on, you're considered to be in violation of Code 3725.
It's a very important code not to break.
That's right. It's life imprisonment.
I have adjusted my inventory.
I just did too.
Okay.
But so I only have my condot and earpiece with me. So
Basically same. Plus breather mask because atmosphere.
Are all of you wearing your communicators?
Yes.
Okay.
In my ear?
Yeah. So,
take the breathing.
Captain, you get a beep in your ear from an external source. It's not one of your crew, it's an external source. Beep. Apparently, they know your number.
I'll answer. Captain Yeldritch speaking.
Okay, so you hear the voice of King Olib. It's pretty. He's got kind of a big deep. This is how he talks. Like it's really a deep voice, and you hear him say, "How long are you going to be out there? I requested your presence, and you're not here yet. Come on, I got drinks to drink. Get your ass over here."
Oh, we're nearly there already. Sure, I'm so sorry.
Okay. Yeah. What do they say in the comic books? Don't do it again. And then he hangs up. Okay. When you arrive to the throne room, you can see that it's you already know it's a very large chamber with the dragon throne kind of in the shadows. The walls are covered with tapestries of previous kings and rulers of the Sindal or the Drinaxian kingdoms. And in the center, you might remember this table was in the very first episode of this campaign back in the day, where it's a table that sinks down into the floor. It lifts up and it has like a digital top, so you can actually like watch videos or display maps or documents or anything on the tabletop. And you'll notice that it is elevated, and there are a number of people that do not look like dignitaries. They look like scholars. They look like some of them are wearing lab coats. Some of them are wearing like your just standard business suits. Some basically, and they're going over paper. There's like paper documents. Some of it looks really old, like maybe parchments or something like that. But yeah, they're kind of all kind of arguing amongst themselves, and you don't see there's a couple of guards standing there, and when you walk in, there's nobody eating. There's no food. There's no you don't see any other nobles or any personnel or anything like that. But you do see King Olaf, you see the prince, you see the princess, and they all look like they were dressed for success, right? Those three look like they're going to a dinner or a gala. But these scholars, we'll call them, are not. They look like they're just average, everyday professors or whatever. And they seem to be muttering amongst themselves, maybe arguing, the scholar said is. Maybe they're in disagreement of what they're reading or what they're looking at. But as soon as you walk in, you see King Olaf. He stomps over to this table, and he looks at one of them, and he says, I'm going to need a lot more to drink before I agree to that. And then he looks over at a little table that's sitting by his throne, and he stomps over there and grabs the pitcher of some kind of concoction. You don't know what's in it, but he grabs the pitcher, and then he picks up the tray that has a bunch of glasses on it, and he stomps over to where you guys are at, and he thrusts a cup into Mason, your character's face, basically into your chest. He's got a cup, he's holding it out, and he's got this pitcher in his hand. It looks like he's ready to pour.
I swirl it and give it a sniff.
Okay, well, he pours, and then so you take the glass.
Yeah. I thought it already had
it
something
looks
in
like wine, possibly of some kind. It smells like some kind of fruity drink, maybe alcoholic, probably alcoholic.
Gotta take.
And then he hands one to Tomlin. Tomlin, I'm glad you're here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and he pours you a drink. Faustus,
I take.
I think they're going to need you in this one. And he hands you a drink, and he pours it, and then he pours the rest of the pitcher down his throat, spilling half of it on his outfit.
I'm gonna sniff it.
It smells like some kind of wine. I'm not going to say it is wine, but it might be synthetic. But it might just be grape juice. It's hard to tell.
Lower the lips and through the gums. Look out, stomach. Here it comes.
He puts the pitcher on the ground with a violent toss. He throws it onto the ground. It bounces and clanks. And then he takes the tray of glasses that he pulled all these glasses off of to hand you guys, and he kind of drops the tray where he's standing. A couple of the glasses break. You hear him shatter. And then he says, oh, man, I can't believe it. Come over here and take a look at this. And then he walks over to this table, the digital table. And then he says, oh my God, you can't, what the man, I can't do that. And why are you suggesting? Wow.
Yeah, I'll come look.
Okay.
I go over.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay, so now Olub reaches into his belt. Looks like he's drawing a blade, but in fact, he's not. He's drawing a rod, right? A lot of kings carry scepters and stuff like that, but he pulls this thing out and he waves it in the air like it's some kind of 4th of July sparkler. He's waving it in the air, and it's made of gold and other precious materials, and jewels are encrusted on the end. And he basically holds it up where you can see it. He's deliberately trying to draw your attention to it. I have a handout. What's it called? Olib? No. In the clouds? No. I know I made it. If I can't find it, oh, I know where I put it. I think. I'm going to move this down there, and I'm going to okay, so he's got this like rod and he's waving it around. It's about 1.5 feet. They label it as 40 millimeters. Now that you have a chance to kind of take in the scene, you'll notice that you were here just yesterday, and it was nice and clean and organized. But today, there are priceless artworks littered all over the floor. The injustice. Cannot believe it. He's holding it up, and he's not talking to you. He's not talking at the scholars. He's kind of talking into the air to let everyone kind of hear him. And he says, God offered a price for this. A very bad price. I got so mad, that I told my scientists to take it away and bring it back when it's more valuable. And they did. And then he shoves the little rod into Ildritz's face, like he's offering it to you.
I'll reach out and take it.
Take a close look at that. Take a look at that.
Do I have any idea what this might be?
Maybe not. Well, we'll maybe do a roll here in just a second. And he says, this is the rod of office of the Grand Jahipop, or something or some other. Doesn't matter. It's a key. And you can make a history roll.
Oh.
Might be considered science. Mm-hmm.
Bummer. Let's see. Science, intellect?
I think it would be education.
Darn. Yeah, I have no idea what this thing is.
Right. It looks like a rod of some kind. It looks like what the picture is. You know, it's got like a little readout on the side, and it's got looks like a button. Looks like a USB plug, or maybe that's not even a USB plug. Maybe that's a AC/DC plug. And then, without talking to you, he's talking to the air, right? He's expecting you to look at this and examine it while he kind of talks where he knows people are listening to him because he's the king, But he doesn't want to come off as being like, I'm talking to you. He's talking to the room. And he says, man, some important officials fled their worlds when it was bombed, and they came to Drinax. One of them carried this rod. I can't believe this thing fell into my possession. It has codes for a set of repositories on Paul. PAAL.
Mm-hmm.
And which is on your map here that you guys should be on. I think I put you on this map. Yep. It's located right down here. Not too far away. Contains access codes for repositories on Paul. The repositories were never opened since the only key fled the planet with its owners. The goodies are still there. I don't know what it is. I don't know exactly where it is. But I'm excited to get whatever's inside.
So,
And then he takes a big drink.
we shall investigate the repositories for you, my king, and return with the spoils.
Oh, wait, I think you misunderstand me.
Oh.
I want you to go to Paul, find the vault, and bring its contents back to me.
Yes, that's a much better idea, my king.
Thank you.
You're so intelligent. It's an honor to
Oh, that's obvious, but
bear witness to you.
But before you... I'll try to be humble. I'm the most intelligent. Okay. It's got to contain money, weapons, or something else that might be able to help me regain my position. I have really no idea what's there. I can't offer a reward, but because I don't know what's inside. But
I trust in your lawfulness and generosity, my king. Whatever we return, we shall be rewarded justly.
yeah, so this is a little reverse of our agreement. What percentage do you think is fair for you to keep? And then Prince Herrick says, you can't really present that to these crew members. They usually don't work on hard numbers like that. Maybe we could just say they can earn 10% of the treasure?
I would argue at least 70. Our normal standing deal is 90.
That's why I'm saying it's a little bit different now that I provided you with the key and where to go, and it's not, you're not like raiding the, you're not engaging in pirating activities. It's not part of our pirate agreement.
I sub-vocalize to the captain and say,
okay,
we don't always have to tell him everything that we found.
It's also worth mentioning, my king, that nearly every credit we have gathered so far has gone back into the Kestrel, improving its looks, its functionality. We intend to do the same until she's up and running in her former glory. So, ultimately, most of the money we get is in fact going to you.
How about 30%?
50.
Make a persuasion roll.
What stat?
What stat do you think you would like to use?
There's no charisma.
There's social standing.
Yeah, just use
Can I use intellect?
Yes, I think you can. You can try to outwit him.
9.
50% it is. You get half, I get half.
Deal.
Loyal subject.
And I sub-vocalize back to Tomlin. It's a lot easier to hide half than it is to hide all of it.
What'd you say?
Oh, I was clearing my throat, my king. I'm sorry.
Okay, and then he
Being
drinks
in
some
front
more.
of your glory is makes me nervous.
Okay. Yeah. So begins the Shadows of Sindal. Oh, there's no dinner. It was canceled.
But very well.
Take the key. We're going to need to. I assume you're going to need it to open the chamber.
Yes, of course.
And you're going to have to go to either. This is the Herrick talking to you intelligently or coherently. He says you're going to have to stop at either Porn or Hilfer before you go to Paul, because the Harrier only has jump 2. Or you could just go to Porn, go through the gas giant, then go to Paul, or you can go to Porn, land, refuel, then go to Paul, or you can do Hilfer. I think Hilfer is got a hostile environment, I think.
They don't like us.
Yeah, and they don't like you.
So I think we stop there on the way back and maybe do something constructive with our half.
Yeah, so there's no immediate rush to do this. You can, if you have other things you need to do en route, my father won't know the wiser.
We could go by way of Teroa and try to win them over on the way. Bit circuitous, but
Yeah, then you'd have to go to also Tycho,
yeah.
Tyok, or whatever it is.
But
Both of those are Aslan. Both of those are Aslan worlds.
Yeah, but this one's got the yellow hex, like we're supposed to win them over.
Right.
So we could make it on the way.
Well,
And it's somewhere we haven't been.
yeah, Kateroa and Tyok, those were both originally part of the Sindalan Empire. That's the purple. They're currently Aslan worlds, and the Empire has agreed for them to stop their advancement. But it might be a little hard to get these Aslans to agree to our rulership. It's definitely a possibility, but I would recommend going through Porn or Hilfer and then go to Paul, conducting whatever activities you need to conduct there. Faster the better, obviously. but you don't have to. I don't. Let me see if there's any information on these two worlds.
Also, I really like to think that since the king is drunk and I used intellect, it became one of those 50, 20, 50, 20, 50, 20, 20, 50 deal. Darn it.
Duck season, rabbit season.
He's like, tells his son, I got over on him. He accepted 50. No. Yeah, he is kind of drunk. Porn. Hostile environment world. Can't survive outside your sealed cities. Helper. Once enjoyed high tech level. More prosperous economy as part of the kingdom of Drinax. Dissident led to rebellion and was inevitably followed by orbital bombardment.
Which was the planet that liked us?
Clark and Thebe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, anything with a green box around it.
So, Hilfer might need a change of management.
Right. That's why they hate the Kingdom of Drinax, is because they bombed them into the Stone Age. And they have no water on the planet because it's a nuclear wasteland.
That, I feel like, is something we could maybe find a fix for somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's high-tech things for that.
Right? And they might have some task for you to complete that might change that red to a yellow, maybe.
I think we go to porn and then PAL and see what's in the repositories.
Yeah,
and then Hilfer.
On the way back.
Yes.
Right. Okay, that's... Yeah, that way you get to hit them both.
Wasn't Hilfer the one that I need to go if I get caught off the ship and I go back to jail?
Yes.
There's a warrant. So just don't get arrested and maybe they won't know it's you.
Or pay your fine or whatever it is.
We paid bail. He was supposed to go back to court and he missed it.
No, that wasn't Hilfer. That was Torpal.
Yeah, you can't go back to Torpal.
Yeah, Torpal was the jump after Marduk. You went from Marduk to Torpal, and then that was you were in jail, and Kirsch tried to get you out.
And then we both ended up in jail.
Then you went to Blue and met Gear, and then you just dumped her.
I didn't dump her. The captain dumped her.
She did not try very hard to get a job.
No.
I need go-getters on my crew. Self-driven individuals.
She thought that swallowing was all she needed to do.
She thought you were weird because you ran around telling everybody you were a spy and a pirate.
I am both of those things.
Okay, so leave me be. I'm feeling the effects of the grass wine, and it's you have your mission, get it done. And then he goes over and sits down on the throne like he's about to fall asleep. And the prince is there, and he's like, is there anything else you need from us? I understand that your ship is under repair. You're probably going to be here for about a week. In the meantime, you could, if you're planning on going to porn, if you're going to land on the world, you might look for cargo to carry or passengers. Or you can conduct pirating activities when you go or whatever.
Hmm.
Because you got some time in port that you're just sitting around.
Right. So I think we should look for cargo then.
How many tons of cargo space do you have? 27?
I think it was 29.
Okay.
All of it.
Yeah, all the cargo space. I think some of it is taken up by spare parts, isn't it?
29.7.
Okay.
Spare
not.
parts. I don't remember. Oh, I think that was on the ship sheet. Yes, because I put it in the trade tab.
Okay. So at this point, we're gonna jump in. We're gonna jump into a little mini game, which is called speculative trade, and then what we're gonna do is advance time till the end of the week, where you get ready to leave. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Is that good? Okay. Cool. Trade.
Yeah, I didn't write down the spare parts.
Okay, so it's probably used when the engines were repaired the first time. Okay, you're not seeking passengers. If you want, you can just, there's two options. You can pick freight, which has a flat rate. People pay you to carry cargo for them to another location. Or you can do what's called speculative trade, which means you go around to the different offices and businesses, see if they have anything in bulk to sell. You buy it, hopefully at a discount. Then when you get to the next world, you sell it, hopefully at a profit, and you make the difference. You can do both. Mail is also another option.
Yes, we should take mail.
Okay, so I gotta look at the freight modifiers. Ship is armed, so that gives you a +2. And the world is over tech level 5, so they would have mail. So that's world is tech level 5 or less. Okay, so no minus. So you're at +2. And who has the highest social standing modifier?
I think that's Tomlin. Tomlin or Faustus.
I have a 1 because it's only 10.
Okay, so you're at +3. And then who has the highest Navy or Scout rank?
That would probably also be me.
Right? What rank did you finish at?
I finished at lieutenant.
What rank number is that?
It was my third term. I didn't actually write down the rank number. I just wrote down promoted to lieutenant.
Okay, so ensign is 1, and show your promotions. Just count them.
1, second lieutenant was 2, and then lieutenant was 3.
Okay, so you got a 3. So that's +6 on the die roll. So roll 2 dice onto the mail table. Okay, so you're +6, but you need to get a 12.
I like those odds.
Yeah. You have respectable crew members. You've got known military personnel, and the population's high enough to have mail. What'd you roll? I don't see anything.
Oh, I was thinking it's James's stats. Here. 2 die +6. 14.
Yep, they've got mail. So that is
We've
considered
got mail.
5 tons of space. And that is 25,000 credits.
Not bad. That almost pays for the jump.
Oh, wait. Mail containers take up 5 tons. Roll a d6 to see how many containers.
5.
Do you have 25 tons?
We do. We have 29.
Okay. At 25,000 a container.
Gentlemen,
So that's 125,000 credits.
we have biscuits for tea.
You're welcome.
You have to take all the containers or none of them. But luckily you got the space.
You're trading on my name and my reputation.
Okay. Didn't cost you a penny. Just storage space.
And we're good now.
And yeah, you're good.
Because that's cargo.
Yep, and it's mail to porn. So you have to deliver it.
No comment.
Yeah, you have to deliver it. You can't just go into deep space and then space the cargo. You can. That's mail fraud.
We'll deliver.
Yeah.
COD.
Right. Mail, you would think that in a digital world, mail would just be like a thumb drive, but mail is also packages. You know, like I'm shipping cookies to my friend in porn, or I've got a chair that someone ordered from Amazon that has to be delivered, you know, or something. So yeah, these containers have packages in them. And they're sealed and all that good stuff, you know. All right, so we're going to end right here. And next week, we're going to end of the week. Repairs are finished. You're going to leave the world and head to porn. Right? To deliver the mail.
Yes.
On your way to Paul, which is hopefully a destination of another type of vault that requires a special key.
It's also on the expo route, so we could see about getting more mail from porn.
Or maybe
Helper.
finding some ships to take down.
Yeah,
Why not both?
you can do it all.
Because if we take all the, never mind.
Yeah, porn has a tech level of 10. Paul and Hilfer only have a tech level of 6. So they're before NASA time frame. 6 might be the beginning of NASA, like Mercury missions.
Yeah, but I mean, if we're going from porn to PAL, they're on the X-Boat route, so there's probably a lot of outgoing mail. Most of porn's outgoing mail.
I got you. To take to mail. I mean, to take to vault.
Porn is junk mail.
Yeah, so you're on the official mail carrier list.
Yes! We're cool now.
That's right, you're cool. Okay, I'm closing all these PDFs that I have open.
Deliver mail by night and raid ships by day.
That's right. They don't have to know who you are. Okay, so yeah. So what do you guys think? I know it was a shopping episode. Those sometimes are not always the most exciting episodes, but at least
I'm excited. We fixed the ship.
you fixed a lot of the ship. You have a lot of new gear that will make you less squishy. Yeah, and you can expect. Okay, I'm gonna clue you in on some meta information here. A little, no spoilers, but the Pirates of Drinax has a. This is like the open world. This is the the worlds and where you can find everything and the people and stuff like that. And then they have a second book, which is the Pirates of Drinax campaign, right? And there is a third book that I have, which did not come in the Pirates of Drinax companion. It was its own thing, and it's called The Shadows of Sindal. And you just started it.
So this
Ooh, my.
this is more than just a side mission.
It's a book.
This is potentially a whole nother can of beans.
Right. That's what I'm just saying. It's very important to the king for you to do this.
Yeah. Oh,
And I'm just glad that you have armor and weapons.
I can't remember if I've said this before now, but I have it marked
Okay.
both on the Kestrel sheet on Roll20 as well as my spreadsheet.
Yeah.
But instead of remembering when to take out the, was it 1/10 of 1% of the ship's value for yearly maintenance?
Yeah.
I pulled that out all at once, and I have it marked as being stored on the ship, so if we get robbed, we can still lose it, but then we can pull from it every month as necessary for
Okay.
the monthly repairs.
Right. You set it aside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bought a suit for nothing.
Yes, you did. A suit was already on my list of things to buy.
Yeah. So now you can actually go to some decent meetings, and maybe you can talk to the ruler of the planets and convince them to be more diplomatically friendly, which is something you really haven't even tried to do.
We go to this tech level 6 planet in our giant fancy spaceship, stroll out in tailored suits, and say, hey, we've got a deal for you.
That's right. Exactly.
Sound like a
Here's your mail.
car sale.
Here's your mail. We don't want you here, Faustus.
You're not wanted everywhere.
Oh no, Faustus is. Nobody likes Faustus.
When Faustus comes,
Just-
that's when we don't
Yep.
knock anymore.
Just wait till the Martin 2 sends out information about, like, a report of what happened, and then we'll see who's got a warrant.
Someone shot the guy who had the key for the vault and then stole the shuttle.
Yeah. Well, at least the shuttle was left behind, right?
Man, it must have been pirates who shot the guy. We just took the shuttle and ran for our lives because we're cowards.
And you were told by the close escorts to make to the planet and dock. You were just following orders.
And they never showed up to get us, so we found our own way back.
Yeah, and with 20,000 or 10% of the gems missing, no problem.
I mean,
How
the
would they
key
know?
for the
Because
vault
the
in
key
the
is
vault.
in
They
the
don't know
vault.
that.
And I'm going to remind you for next week to check what kind of data you got.
Right. I think we handed that over to the prince.
We only handed one thing over to the prince, I thought.
I'm pretty sure I gave him the drive.
Yeah, just the drive, but we got like a bunch of the drives and didn't.
Well, just ask me next week, and then he can, like, share what they found.
Right.
All right. I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go maybe get something to drink. Maybe go tinkle. I'll see you next week.
All right.
Good night.
Later.
Bye.
All right, guys, and those of you that are watching, I hope you are enjoying the stream. Sometimes, every time, I don't look at the chat until at the end of the stream because I've got all these PDFs open on my third monitor, which covers the stream chat. So if you do chat amongst yourselves, and if you wait till the end of the stream, then I'll respond to any chats. Sometimes I'll click into the chat just to see what's going on, but usually I'm focusing on the players and the story, and my mind doesn't work where I can do 15 different things at once. I don't have a producer sitting over on the side table watching the chat and letting me know when there's comments that need to be made. Plus, I don't monetize the chat, so I don't. I mean, you can super chat absolutely, but I don't monetize it in a way like I've seen some other streams where they say pay $1 and add a monster, or pay $1 and we'll throw in a trap for our party, or we'll change the story in some way. I don't want to do that, right? I don't want to have the 20 different people adding like 20 different creatures and making it impossible for the players, or because this is a deadly system. If they get into a fight, there's a good chance someone is going to die. And just FYI, when they get to Paul, there is going to be a fight. They just don't know it yet. All right, I'll catch you in the next one. The Journey to Paul. Sounds a lot like, what was it, from Star Trek, to Paul? No, it's just to Paul. All right.